What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Game Week 12 stream, final stream before Game Week 12. Sorry for being a bit late. I had to go and turn the heating on. It is freezing in this room. But we'll start warming up with some wildcard talk. I'll try not to talk about my wildcard too much, because I know people are getting very bored of it. Even though that is my team this week, a wildcard team, so it's hard not to talk about it, but hopefully we'll answer some normal questions. I'm sure there's going to be stuff about Kane, Phil Jones, etc, etc. I've got, oh, that is disgusting. I knew it looked weak. Too weak, lads. Not cool. There's some polls up here. Click the little eye, vote on them. There's 5, I think, altogether tonight. Is one Man City attacker enough? I know we do a lot of Man City polls, but I ask on Twitter and there's always a Man City one, so forgive me. Should Phil Jones be kept on wildcard? Are Azpilicueta and Alonso worth the money? So obviously a lot of people looking at Azpilicueta, 6.8 million, but Alonso's only 0.1 million more. And what's your bench value? That tweet coming from Fozzie. And is it time for 3-4-2? A little quick one at the end. Because there's just so much midfield value right now. And yeah, I'm looking at playing 3 premium strikers and wondering whether I really should be. I don't know. I think I'm going to because I'm too afraid not to. But we'll see. Jinta already answering the questions in the chat. Like I say, click on the little eye. Oh, I can't even see my finger. Hang on. Click on the little eye somewhere around here. Vote on the polls. We'll do them in about an hour or so. What does Jeff say? Is that the final team, Andy, or can we keep telling you who to change? You can keep telling me. I'm not saying I'll do it though. That's pretty much the team I made straight away, like 2 weeks ago, or whenever I hit the button. That's the team I made, and it hasn't changed, which in some ways is a bit worrying. Probably means I'm not giving other formations players enough of a think, really. Jamie says, will he regret taking out Eriksen? I think there's a chance. I'm regretting it, to be honest. But there's always going to be someone I have to leave out. Eriksen, Ali, Mane, Sané. It's tough. Get rid of Lukaku for Abraham, more money in the field and defence. That is true, yeah, that would happen. Is Jones out or is it just hype? So, apparently, according to the Mirror, Mourinho has said he's out, but let's wait till tomorrow. Scott Dan is the only player you would change from that wildcard team. I'm actually a bit annoyed I can't play. I almost want Jones to be out so that Dan comes in. Although actually Choupo-Moting would come in the way I've got it set up. Captain Kane, Salah or Aguero. I think it's got to be Kane. You've already done the polls. Nice one, lads. Already over 200 people watching. Hit that like button, if you please. Morata for captain. I'm not quite ready to do that just yet, I don't think. I really need a strong start from Lukaku and Morata because I'm gonna falter quickly otherwise without keeping them. I don't want to knee-jerk too much, especially with how many fixtures we've got coming up. Phil Jones is one I'm also starting to worry about a little bit because he's not going to play all those games over Christmas. And if he does start missing every other one, then he's going to miss out good fixtures. So yeah, I would expect Man United to get quite a few clean sheets still, but I don't think they're going to get another 8, 9 in 11. So it's hard. But at his price, there's not too many other players I want. I'd probably want to go up in price then. Yeah, I'll probably make Dan first sub. I know, I still think Phil Jones is great value, but you just got to hope he starts playing, be able to play a couple in a week, and it's tough. Yeah, Rojo played in the reserves. He could be back soon. I don't know if he just comes straight in and takes Jones' place. I mean, Jones has done really well. Not considering a premium defender. I still don't know. I mean, Azpilicueta and Alonso, I mean, they're both in the polls. There's a question about both of them in the polls. Are they worth the money, basically? I'm still struggling to spend that much money on them, to be honest. I mean, 6.8 and 6.9 million is so much. I don't know if I could... I know Azpilicueta is the talk of the town. I don't know if I could spend 6.8 million on him when I've only got to spend 0.1 million more to get Alonso. And I don't think... Can Azpilicueta really keep these assists up? It seems unlikely, to be honest. I don't know. Azpilicueta to Morata assist again. I'm not sure I'm convinced, to be honest. I mean, yes, I could go to Lukaku, to Abraham, Choupo-Moting to Sané, and Jones to Alonso. Shaqiri over Choupo-Moting. Maybe. I quite like Choupo-Moting's stats, to be honest. He's played like 90 minutes in every game as well. Question about the poll question. When you ask for bench value, does that include the goalkeeper? Yeah, it has to, yeah. Alonso is useless up to now. Why are we talking about him? But it's not always about whether they've been useless. It's whether they're going to continue being useless. He's still posting fairly good stats. I don't know if they're as good as last year, but they're okay. And they got really nice fixtures coming up. I just don't buy Azpilicueta 5 assists already, all to Morata, that he's going to get like another 5 in the next 10 game weeks. I just don't see it. Yeah, I think calling Alonso useless is a classic case of looking what's gone and not what's coming. Now, I'm not saying he's worth 6.9 million. That's still a lot of money to be shelling out. Moses is back. This affects Azpilicueta's position. Yeah, he might go back into... Or that's if Moses comes back in. I'm assuming he will. Thoughts on Moses at 6.5? It's very expensive. I don't think I'm going to go for a Chelsea defender. If I do, it's going to be Alonso. In Game Week 13, your defence is going to have a torrid time. Let's have a look. So Jones has got Brighton at home. That's okay. Oh, hang on. That's my old team. If Jones plays, that's okay. Daniels has got Swansea away. That's fine. Duffy's got Man United away. Yeah, that's tough. Me has got Arsenal at home. Potentially tough. Dan's got Stoke at home. So potentially I've got Stoke at home. Swansea away. And Brighton at home. That doesn't sound too bad to me. 3-4-3. Just means we've got to play Choupo-Moting away to Crystal Palace, which, you know, I'll be expecting a clean sheet from Scott Dan, so we'll see. Do I wish I hadn't wildcarded? No, I'm quite glad to have, I think. If I stick with Morata and Lukaku, definitely, because that is a big change. And I've got my defence in order. I've got a good bench. I've changed my goalkeeper. I'm fairly happy. I think now is a good time. International breaks are over. We're about to go into a run of 11 fixtures up until New Year. So I'm happy now. At least that's what I'm telling myself. I'm sure there's a bit of bias in that because I have wildcarded, so I don't want to think that I made a mistake. There's just... Honestly, I've honestly not really thought about too many other formations, but I do wonder about Sané, whether I really need him. And by that I mean, like, I probably do need him. He's been so good. I don't think I drop Sterling though. I think I go Sané and Sterling. But like, this is what I can do. I don't want to sit here all night changing my team because we could just go around in circles. But as an example, this straight away, this is my conundrum. Who do I get rid of, Lukaku or Morata? If Lukaku fires against Newcastle and Brighton, then do you know what I mean? He's probably not going to for the next few. Well, I've missed out on a bunch of points. I don't know. I'm really struggling on that one. And Morata, yeah, sure, next 2 fixtures might not be great, but after that they're really good. Up until January, basically. All over Christmas, Morata's good. And will he play every game? I'd say you start most of them. Maybe miss one here or there. Batshaw, are you playing? Lukaku as well has got pretty nice fixtures apart from this Arsenal Man City. Apart from that, it's pretty much okay, to be honest. Again, as long as he plays every game, but Ibrahimovic is potentially back. So, what's going to happen there? Let's say I take out Morata, right? So I probably get Abraham. Although I still wonder what's going to happen to him once Bonnie is back. Sané. Oh, and then, well, I'd probably change Scott Dan at that point. And just get a 4.5. I don't know who. We won't worry about who for now. Maybe Fernandez. Or Kiko. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. 4.5. So something like that. But that's just to get Sané, really, and Alonso. Still play 3-4-3. Yeah, or Moreno, yeah. But then I've got rid of Morata. What happens for those Chelsea fixtures if Morata does so well over the next 2? I'm really going to struggle to get him in unless I swap Lukaku out. But then if Lukaku's firing, then he's got some nice fixtures over Christmas, and he's likely to start most games, if not every game. I don't know. Being able to play Alonso every week, though, would be nice. Sané and Sterling. Or I find a way to do this. Just to get Sané in now, instead of Sterling. But it's 0.8 million I got to find. I mean, Dummett is an option. But that means double Newcastle and double Burnley defence and goalie combo. I'm not sure I want to do that. You know, Damari Gray instead of Choupo-Moting would also do it. So basically a downgrade of Dan and Choupo-Moting to Damari Gray and... oh, I don't know. It's tough. I honestly think I'm going to stick. I really do. I just think I've always got... the way I've set it up... sorry, just checking that look, sorry. I'm making a mess of this now, lads. There we go. The way I've got it set up is... I think it's pretty flexible. I'm not forced to play Choupo-Moting if I don't want to. Now, part of me, and maybe how I used to have played the game, I never like benching attackers, unless they're my 4.5 million like bench fodder. So if I'm prepared to bench Choupo-Moting against Brighton, and potentially the next week, then should I really have him? I don't know. Maybe that's just part of being flexible. But I just think I'm 2 transfers away from getting an expensive defender or an expensive midfielder and downgrading a forward. And if those forwards are doing so well that I don't need to downgrade them, then perfect, I made the right decision. Yeah, Choupo-Moting back to Atsu. Yeah. Nah, I'm not going back there. I think Choupo-Moting's going to do okay at home. Choupo-Moting to Sermon, then upgrade defender. That means having to play potentially one of Loftus-Cheek or Sermon every week. I don't know. Replace Morata and get a Chelsea defender. Maybe. Not sure. Majid 10,000 gives up. No idea what he's given up. Choupo-Moting only good at home, Richarlison only good away. Not a great combo. Yeah, I've not seen how they rotate. You currently have both looking to ship one. Eddie Guna's got married. Congratulations. Zaha looks good. I wonder if Zaha will be such a good option now Benteke is apparently back. Could get Benteke instead of Morata up front. Yeah, I mean, I've said it already, but I don't think I'm going to get Azpilicueta. Not when I can get Alonso for 0.1 more. You have Ward, should you change him to me? Probably not unless you're on the wildcard. Yeah, I've seen Sermon mentioned a lot, but is he the one I want from Bournemouth? See, why the sudden interest in him? Apart from the fact he's cheap. Real cheap, in fact. It's 4.7. See, it doesn't let me do Jones to Alonso. I don't know why I thought he was 4.4 as well. He scored twice already. Fair enough. Unassisted in the last game. Cheers from Trinidad. Cheers, Quinn. I mean, I'd be more interested if Choupo-Moting to Sermon let me do Jones to Alonso. 0.4 off that though. What about Kane to Aguero then? Upgraded defender to Alonso. Nah, Kane stays. There's not really there's not really much discussion there for me. Kane is staying and I'm just fingers crossed. You're an idiot if you think Alonso is better than Azpilicueta. Well, colour me an idiot. If I had to get one striker for next week, Lukaku or Morata. For next week, it's got to be Lukaku. It's like Brighton at home versus Liverpool away. I think that's what Morata's got. Yeah, so I think it's got to be Lukaku. Now after that, maybe Morata. Yeah, I mean I could get a Spurs defender instead, of course. I mean Trippier, but potentially Trippier is going to start more games than Jones is. Maybe I just get him. I mean Trippier doesn't seem to miss a huge amount, but he has missed the last two. I know there was Champions League to consider there, but he's going to get rotated with Aurier. Yeah, Alderweireld's out for Spurs. That's obviously going to be a miss. I don't know if it's going to be a massive miss. They've still got like a really good defence, but I mean, yeah, he's there all the time, so I mean, people mentioned Chris Smalling earlier. Yes, he started the last 5 games, but I just don't see that continuing. Bailly's going to start the most. You can imagine Phil Jones will start when he can. I mean, to be fair, if Mourinho comes on and says, actually, Jones is alright, he's probably going to play, then I don't even question him, to be honest. So if I'm not questioning him for one game, then I probably don't need to question him even if he does miss out. You got Otamendi as your most expensive midfielder. Company's back soon, though. I think he's going to be back soon anyway. We'll have to see for sure, but I mean, Walker, but he's 6.6 million. A lot of people have sold Eriksen this week. Is that a mistake? It could be. I think I'm a bit worried about having sold him. And to go back to Richarlison, by the way, I just hope that he can score at home soon. I think West Ham's okay. He said the same before though, and Jones played. Yeah, I think Azpilicueta's assists are unsustainable for sure. He's very good for bonus points, so if they get a clean sheet, he'll probably beat Alonso on that. You're just hoping that if you go for Alonso instead, you're hoping that he can put some of that attacking threat into points, convert it into points, basically. Like if any of you are members on Fantasy Football Scout, you should definitely check out Alonso's, or just defensive stats in general. And sure, it's not all about stats, but sometimes they do help. What about Van Dijk instead of Jones? He's got to score soon, surely. Fixtures are poor though over Christmas. I haven't listened to you about Nias. What about him? What about him? Maguire, yeah. Thing is, I can actually get Fuchs. I can get Fuchs instead of Scott Dan. So if we think Leicester's fixtures are okay, for clean sheets at least. I know Maguire's got attacking threat, but I can get Fuchs for Scott Dan. And in the past, do you know what I mean? Fuchs has been a decent defender. I just wonder if longer term he might be a better option than Scott Dan. I know everyone's going to say, of course he is, you're an idiot. But just you wait till Scott Dan scores. Just you wait. No, Maguire's 0.2 more though. It's tough. Tough to get him. Henna's, of course he is. You're an idiot. Don't know what that's about. Latest on Jones is we don't know for sure. We're having to wait till tomorrow. Take Simpsons over Fuchs, 4.4 million. Could be alright. Fuchs over Dan, but Scott Dan, man, when he scores, he will be the man when he scores. Just you wait. He scores, gets a clean sheet this week. Although I'm probably not going to play him. Holebas, now that is an interesting one. I've actually noticed Holebas. But how many yellow cards has he got so far this season? And if I'm going to Watford, would I not just go for Femenia? For 0.5 million less. So he's on 3 yellow cards, Holebas. Fixtures are not great over the next 4 either. Which suck because which sucks because I got Richarlison. But I guess Newcastle away is okay. When will you play Dan if not at home to Everton? I mean, I get that kind of question, but I mean, who am I playing? Who am I benching instead of Scott Dan? To be honest, I mean, look at it. What could be said in the presses that would make you change your team? I mean, any long-term injuries. Don't know, really. Apart from a big injury, I'm not sure much could change it. Am I happy keeping Sterling despite the injury risk? I'm pretty confident that's not a proper injury. We'll find out tomorrow. If it is, then I'll rethink. Given Palace have good fixtures for a while, you're going to have a benching headache every week. I'm not, to be honest. Like, next week in my defence, it picks itself. It'll be Jones, Daniels, Dan. I'll bench me and Duffy. Which could end in tears, granted. But I've been of the same thinking in the past that benching headache's annoying, but at the end of the day, you've just got to make a decision and know that you've got a decent squad. Which could be called upon a lot over the next few weeks. Loftus-Cheek missed training. Yeah, I know. I'm hoping he's not going to be out for more than a week, though. Or I keep Jones and hope that he misses out and Dan comes on. 15 points just coming off the bench. Casually. My opinion about David Luiz, look, we'll have to wait and see what Conte says. I'll be very surprised if they completely miss, if he just gets put out in the cold now. Not tempted by Chilwell or Dummett for extra money. No, not really. I don't like Newcastle's fixtures all that much. And Dummett would be a double up. And then Chilwell, there's no guarantee he keeps his place. I mean, I could get him in on the wild card, and if he's bad, take him out. But that's just a transfer I'm already potentially thinking about. Looking forward to the upcoming midweek fixtures. Am I going to stream during the games? I don't think streaming during games is, to be honest, that much of a good idea. Generally, people just watch the games instead. Now, I know some people will come and watch the stream, but I feel like it's better to just wait until the game's finished, to be honest. Video-wise, though, let's just see what happens. I'm basically moving house in like the busiest period of the year. We'll have to see what happens if I can keep up with it. Like, not only is it Christmas, but between... So game week 21, the last day's matches are on New Year's Eve. And then there's matches again and a new game week on New Year's Day. So you've literally just got overnight. So like, it's not like I can do a review, preview and a stream. And it's on New Year's Eve, for Christ's sake. So who knows what's going to happen then. Maybe I'll do an early morning New Year's Day stream or something. Yeah, that might be good actually. Anyway, we're thinking a bit far ahead. I might not even have an internet connection that can stream yet. We will see how it goes. The Duncan's a good pick, yeah. Sissoko was watching naughty stuff just a minute ago. Okay, on Instagram. Yeah, hit that like button if you're enjoying the stream. It'd be much appreciated. Also, if you're new around here, hit subscribe. We're on 6,156, so a little bit away from 7,000, but getting there. Getting there slowly but surely. Have I tried stream capabilities of the new internet? The internet at the new place? No, not yet. I'm not even moved in yet. So no, basically. I need to get it wired up first. I need to get a wire from the modem to double check. Is it worth becoming a member of Fantasy Football Scout for all the stats? It depends whether you're a stats man. I mean, You can get some of the stats elsewhere for free, but I have not found someone that has it so well organised. Like, it's so easy to find what you want. You can set up your own tables, you just check them every week. It's super handy for that. I mean, if you're in money leagues in FPL, I think it's well worth it. And there's the member articles as well, especially like, I love the big numbers article. Personal question, what's your day job? I do like community managery kind of stuff. Are you going to have a Christmas themed setup? I've got no idea. I'm barely even going to have a setup at this rate. If Kane flops, he's getting dropped. Yeah, but then he's got Watford and Leicester away soon and West Brom at home. Why would you want to get rid of him? Fabregas has been looking good. I just don't know how many minutes he's going to keep getting. Because obviously Kante's back. They've got Bakayoko as well. If you're not starting Dan... Okay, here's the question. For people saying, if you're not starting Dan out of this fixture, when will you? I mean, which defender are you saying I should drop? Everyone says you should be playing Dan, but no one says who I should not be playing. I mean, should I not be playing Daniels against Huddersfield, or Duffy against Stoke, me against Swansea, and Jones against Newcastle? Or am I swapping Dan in for one of those attackers? Will Richarlison really only score away from home? Maybe I should bench him. Duffy, I've looked at that. I think Duffy's got decent goal threat as well, though. Brighton have been good defensively. Drop Daniels, no way. Not a chance. I've looked at 5 at the back, but which attacker do you not play? I mean, come on. As a general rule, I don't like dropping attackers. So Richarlison's not happening. Choupo-Moting, special case. I think you've got to get out of that mindset that having a benching headache is a problem. It's only a problem mentally. It's not an actual problem for your team. Like, if you have someone like Scott Dan on the bench versus Everton because you feel like you got much better options, that's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. As long as you can get over the stress of having to make that choice, and also the fact that you may bench points. It's going to happen. Just get over it. Hard to imagine going 5 at the back immediately after wildcard, especially when you've set up with the 3-4-3. Yeah, no, it is a bit weird. The thing is, this whole setting up with a good bench for Christmas might not even matter. There might not be that much rotation. I'll have wasted money. Yeah, I'll probably put Dan first. So I'll just do it now. So you keep getting asked about it. There you go. It's done. Excuse me. Is Glenn Murray a good bench striker? I mean, he looks good just to play right now. What's made my decision to go with three top strikers? So, I like Morata's fixtures coming up, and I think he looks good. I like Lukaku's fixtures right now, and I'm not sure I'm 100% going to want to swap Lukaku to Morata, so I've just gone for them all. Now, is there more value in midfield? Arguably, yes, there probably is. Do you know what I mean? They get the extra point for a clean sheet. They get the extra point for a goal. They're cheaper. There's lots more options. So arguably, and probably rightly so, you might even be better off switching to 3-5-2 if you're on Wildcard and getting as many midfielders in as possible and just going for someone like Nias up front. But I'm not sure which striker I want to drop. It's very hard to get, like, if in a 3-5-2 you could get like Salah, Sterling, Sané, Richarlison and Ali, which I know sounds really expensive, then I'd be much more inclined to do it. But you've pretty much got to go for like someone like Salah, Sané, maybe Sterling as well, and then like Richarlison and Zaha if you're lucky. Life is much easier without Kane in your wildcard, but maybe not for your points total. Potentially it would be. No interest in Aguero over Lukaku? No, I don't think so. I'm just hoping Lukaku does it against the so-called weaker teams, and that Aguero will just get rotated enough to justify having Lukaku. Am I all set on my captain? Yes. I've got Lukaku back. I'd be a little tempted to captain him. I don't think Arsenal are very good. I don't know. I am tempted because I've got Lukaku back now. I just captain him. Plus the Sells is out, I think. Let's have a look. Sterling, so this is Adam. Sterling, Sané, Salah, Ali and Richarlison will be your midfield. Kane and Firmino up front with a 4.5. Wow. Do you know what? And I can just see that working out really well. I really can. Firmino, I know he's so annoying. I feel like he should score more points than he does. One thing you haven't spoken about much is where your armband will fall. Perhaps the 3 big lands is an overkill. No, I think it's okay. There is a high chance I get rid of Lukaku and Morata in a few weeks, but we'll have to see how they're doing. Kane against Arsenal. Next week is a tougher decision, actually, I think, because Kane has an easy home fixture, but we've seen what he does in them, not a lot, so far this season. So maybe Lukaku against Brighton would be the move there. That would be a tough decision for me, to be honest. And then it's probably back to Kane because he's got 2 good away fixtures and he's done really well away from home. Yeah, Kane in the early kickoff. He's done alright in them. Not that should really come into our thinking at all. Oh, it's Friday. In game week 13, it's Friday night game. I could have Fuchs against West Ham. What about that, lads? Has Fuchs done anything defensive-wise? Let's compare him to Maguire and Simpson. Is he going to tell me not to get... Oh my god, he's so down the list. Not as far as Simpson. Ah, Jesus, lads. Fuchs. Not looking good. We definitely keep a Phil Jones on the wildcard. Probably, yeah. What's my thoughts on the Aguero Jesus rotation? I think Man City are better with just one striker, so they are going to get rotated. They've pretty much played the same minutes so far. I still think, maybe rightly or wrongly, I don't know. I think Aguero is the #1 choice right now, if you can call him that. I don't know if there's much in it, minutes-wise. Maguire versus Fuchs is like pepperoni versus pineapple pizza. Yeah, Fuchs was... I really dodged the bullet with Fuchs last year when everyone was getting him in. I probably said this before, but everyone was getting Fuchs in, and I took a hit. Instead of getting Fuchs, I took a hit to get Alonso, and like, you know how that went. So dodged a bit of a bullet with him. The only thing is, he's not got many good home fixtures. There's Burnley at home in game week 15, Palace at home in 18. Otherwise, in the next like 4, 5, 6... in the next 10, he's only got 2 nice home fixtures. Going to be playing him away a lot. I'm not sure about that. I'll mention the polls. We won't do them just yet. But yeah, if you click in the top left-hand corner, like somewhere up here, there's a little eye. Vote on the polls. Let's see how many votes we got so far. Dun dun dun. It's not that I don't rate Gross, I just don't know if now is the right time to bring him in. He's creating a lot of chances, but he's barely shooting at all. Brighton's fixtures stiffen up a little bit. I got Duffy, but he's part of kind of a 5-ish man rotation. But it's not a rotation before you before you mention that. But a 5-man kind of, or 5 defenders that are going to start is what I'm trying to say. Really badly. We've had like 175 votes on the poll, so go and vote now. Let's get that up a bit. Hit that like button on the stream, would be much appreciated. I mean, if we go back to the lovely stats, I'm pretty sure Knockout is ahead of Gross a little bit. Super Martin, he's the man. Has Captain Morata not come into my thinking? I think he'd be my 3rd choice this week of that team. Maybe even 4th if I go to Salah. Fuchs missed 2 games. Yeah, but that was earlier in the season. To be fair, since he's come back. 9-2, 1-12, 1. Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, yes, you could just ignore the rotation at City and the fact that they just come on and score as well. Yeah, I might switch to Lukaku captain. I have to give it some thoughts. Or thought. Arsenal have nice fixtures. I don't think they do they? They're okay. Burnley away and Huddersfield at home after Spurs. There's Man United at home. So 2 of the next 4 are not that great. What do you think about the attacking 3? Who is your favourite? I mean, it's got to be Sanchez, but he's too expensive. Lacazette, there's other strikers I'd rather have him instead. It's really Ramsey that I'd be looking at. It's a very boring choice, I know. With Ibra set to return, you do see Lukaku being rotated quite a bit. The thing is, Mourinho said that Ibra should start before Christmas. Or should be good to go before Christmas. But that could be right. I don't know, that could be like... I don't know how many game weeks that is, but it could be a lot. So it could be like another 6 to 7 game weeks. You got to remember we're having a lot in quick succession. In fact, I'll just count them. So this week... So... 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19... There's 8 game weeks before Christmas, so there's a chance that Lukaku, Ibra's only back for like 1 of them. We're not going to know for sure. So I think Lukaku's fine. You got to remember that, well, like I just said, there's a lot of game weeks before Christmas. So even if he's back in like 4 or 5 weeks, it's like 8 game weeks at that point. Thing is, if I choose a 3-5-2, I'm pretty much probably going to keep the same defence because it's tough to fit in a pricey one. Let's have a look. Choupo-Moting gone. See, I'd probably want it to be Morata that I lose, and I mean, that's already $1 million extra spent on Lukaku, which might not be the right move. Nias, I'm still not sure he's going to keep starting, to be honest. You really want Sané, don't you? Though I've only got 5.3. Damari Gray, it's just not... I don't like it. It's because of Lukaku. Obviously, I've got Alonso as well. So that ain't the end of the world. We could put 0.8 million back into defence and play 4-4-2. Don't know. I've really started to talk myself into Alonso now. No, I shouldn't. Nah, I think Atsu not for me anymore. Maybe one day. Do you know what, Fernandinho is not the craziest shout. Lukaku to Firmino, no, I'm not ready to do that. Lukaku is the man at Man United. Even if he replays, it will only be to assist Lukaku. Maybe. Maybe. Do 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 do. Murray at risk from Hamed. He could be. I think Murray's age will catch up with him. Fellaini might be a good option. I'm not going there, I don't think. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button if you are new around here. We're 6160 now, coming up to that 7k. Mane is the next bandwagon, says Fozzie. I'm not sure about that. Might be. I'm so happy with Salah though. Salah. I'm hoping he keeps at it. The main reason to start Duffy over Choupo-Moting is I think Brighton can get a clean sheet, basically. And Duffy's got some goal for it as well, but I think Brighton are pretty tight at home. Latini just made had 5.3 million left. Fernandinho is 5.2. That's triple Man City midfield though. But I do get Alonso. So maybe that is the way to go. Fernandinho has been doing so well as well, but I know other people have brought him in and they've been doing really well. I just don't know if I can bring myself to bring in someone like that. Excuse me. When was the last time Stoke didn't score? Gameweek 6. Is previous season bias coming through with Daniel's choice? Bournemouth have only scored 7 goals so far. Maybe, yeah. It's a bit of a gamble that the fixtures will see the form improve. Yeah, I've heard about the Bakayoko wagon. What price is he? Is he 5? 5.1. Is he risen in price? Goal and assist in the last 4. Bakayoko wagon. Baines will be good until Christmas. Baines is just too much money. Unfortunately. 5.8 million. I don't know. That's okay. I just don't trust Everton. Don't see how we can. Anyway, I've got a bit of a love for Daniels after scoring that goal against Man City for me. Excuse me. Morata and Azpilicueta or Lukaku and Daniels this week? This week it has to be Lukaku and Daniels. Can Salah cut through Southampton this week? I really hope so, but Southampton are decent defensively. They don't tend to get battered by sides, but obviously Salah's playing so high up that obviously they don't need to score 3 or 4 goals for him to get points, but it's going to be tough, I think. Rashford as third striker, not for me. I've considered it because of the fixtures, but you've always got that little doubt that Martial is going to start instead of him. And to be honest, he should be. Martial's like, you know, one of our brightest hopes, I would say. He shows for France that he can do it, so why is Mourinho not playing him more? Yeah, and you're right, yeah. Southampton do have a bit of a jinx over Liverpool. It's usually a tough game. You wanted Francis, you opted for Daniels because of me. Oh, no, you should never listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. How's it going, Tom? Who are the top captain picks for this week? Lukaku and Kane? Maybe a Man City player? Oh, here we go. Josh96, he was anti-Scott Dan for so long. There's so many leaky teams this year. Maybe he's worth a punt. There's actually been more clean sheets than... I don't know about ever, but there's been way more than last year. Check FPL statistics for price rises. Alright, let's have a look. Morata, Duffy, Pope, nice. Moreno, possibly. Mahrez is on minus... Why is he on the front page if he's minus? Exactly, Gabbiadini was awful. I don't know why any of you are watching, to be honest. Right, let's do the polls. Last chance, give you 1 more minute to vote. Up here, top right hand corner. Click the eye, vote. Vote, vote, vote. Daniel's on penalties with King and Stanislas out. Is he? Is there not someone else ahead of him? What if Defoe's on the pitch? Oh, come on, Alex, with multiple E's and X's. You got to be quick, man. Is Martial an option there? No, because you just don't know who's going to start. If he was, then yes. That's a good point. Yeah, Wilson will be the penalty taker if he starts. I'd love to... it'd be interesting to see what you think, actually, Jamie, because I know you're a Bournemouth fan. Do you think Callum Wilson now gets a spot and keeps it? The problem is, for me, is he is quite... I don't know if he's injury prone, but he's definitely been unlucky with injuries. Plus, you've got a lot of strikers, basically. There's got to be some rotation. Atsu to score against Man United. Oh, that'd be a nightmare. Imagine Atsu scores against Man United. Phil Jones plays, loses his clean sheet, gets a yellow card, and Scott down on the bench. Goal, assist, 3 bonus points, and a clean sheet. Pochettino to United and Mourinho to PSG. I would actually like Pochettino at United in the future. Do 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 do. Bum 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 bum. Oh damn! Look at Mandy. Am I playing Foot Champs? Nah, I've not played since the first month. Just not had time. So I don't know about this weekend. Probably not. I might have another trip to IKEA, lads. Can you believe it? Would I consider bench boosting next week? I should bench boost this week. Anyway. Yes, let's do the polls. Why no love for Moreno? There's not no love. And this week I think he's a great option against Southampton at home. But you can only really play him at home currently. I mean, will they keep letting in goals away from home? Maybe not. But they're not looking great so far. Yeah, definitely the meatballs this time. I made a mistake not getting them the other week. He's going to start the games for us with King playing in the number 10. This is about Callum Wilson, by the way. Afobe will be on the bench if fit and carrying an injury. Defoe doesn't suit our style of play, so he'll be on the bench. But do you really think he's going to keep benching Defoe from now on? You think Callum Wilson just comes in and keeps that spot? Because, I mean, I'd be very tempted to go Callum Wilson up front. And actually switch to having him in a better midfield. Bit of a risk though. I feel like it's a risk. Yeah, but I mean, once Defoe's fit, proper fit. Don't know how fit he is right now. Ah, yeah, polls. Benteke's too risky. Don't know if he's definitely gonna start. Defoe was an odd purchase. I don't know. He did so well last year, but a lot of that was penalties. Okay, polls for real. So, is one Man City attacker enough? 54% of you say yes, rotation is looming. 45% of you say no, too good. They're too good just for one. So 54% reckon one attacker for City is enough. Crazy people. Should Phil Jones be kept on a wildcard? 71% of you say yes. 28% say no. So Phil Jones, he's staying. Are Azpilicueta and Alonso worth the dosh? So 43% of you say that they're both too expensive. 36% of you say Azpilicueta is. 11% of you think they both are, and only 7% think that just Alonso is on its own. I think that will change in a few weeks. It's only because Azpilicueta has scored the most so far. What is your bench value? 16.5 to 18 million is 55%, so by far the most popular. Maybe not too unsurprising. 20% are 18 to 20 million. 19% 16.5 million or less. And 3% have spent 20 million plus. Can't believe that. And is it time for 3-5-2? 57% of you, nope, you still prefer 3-4-3. And 42% are saying yes. There's lots of choice in midfield. I'm actually quite surprised. It's 57% saying no. I thought it'd be higher than that. How does this sound, by the way? Does it sound good? Defoe is fit and the pressure to play him due to World Cup year, but can see him being a 30-minute man. He's too slow. And that's the problem, I suppose. Callum Wilson's not going to get, you know, he's not going to get 90 minutes too often, I'd say. Maybe I'll be wrong about that. I don't know. What is ASMR? I keep seeing that said everywhere. I have to Google this now. What is ASMR? Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response. A trendy way to reach a state of zen. It's quickly becoming a YouTube phenomenon. Okay. I'll stop reading there. Don't talk so close to the mic. Don't worry, don't worry. I won't. You sound professional like the guy who tweeted that. Who tweeted what? David Luiz, I think he'll play, but let's wait and see what Conte says. He might have some bad words to say about him. I'm keeping Jones for now, but let's see what Mourinho says. If he says he's out, I may still keep him. Gomez does look like a good option with Klein, but again, Liverpool defence away from home, questionable. Daniels and Maguire if money's not an issue. I do still prefer Daniels in the short term. I could do Jones to Maguire. How about that? Jones to Maguire, bench Maguire, play Dan. What could go wrong? I don't know if anything could go wrong. I really want Alonso now. I've kind of talked myself into him. I should have put, is a heavy hitting defence worth it in the polls. I've basically given the title of the video heavy hitting defence and barely talked about it. Not cool, man, not cool. Triple Captain Dan. Nah. Will I not consider Smalling over Jones? He's been getting the starts of late. He is, but I don't see that continuing. Stones is better value than Alonso. Is he? Or do you mean better value than Jones? The thing is, once Company's back, does Jones not get benched? Have I planned my transfers for next week? No, the plan is to do none. You want to try and save it, surely. Ibra in early. It's probably a bit early for him. 15 points from Alonso, you go soaring at the ranks. Quite possibly. Is there an amount of transfers you can save up? 2 is the max you can have. So if you have 2, you don't make a transfer, you still have 2 the next week. With Toby out, does Vertonghen lose some of his appeal? Maybe a slight bit. I don't think it's enough to put you off getting him. Because they've got Sanchez that can play there. 5.5 million plus on 4 players at the back, including the keeper. Is that too much money tied up? Honestly, if you're playing something like 4-4-2, which I assume you are with that kind of budget, then it's probably not too much. Will that work out over Christmas? Maybe. I mean, there's quite a few defenders, I'd say, who are pretty much nailed. And, like, Ben Mee, for example, and Duffy, they're probably going to start all... Maybe miss 1 game maximum. I don't see him missing 2. So that's another good reason probably for going big at the back. I think you can, not for certain, guarantee getting a player that's not going to get rotated, but one that's you'd feel unlucky for them to be rotated more than once or rested more than once. So over Christmas, I do think the defense, a big defense could work. I'm just struggling to think of how many I'd want over 5.5 million right now. No Arsenal coverage. Nope, no Arsenal coverage. None at all. I don't know what I'm going to do without him. You can hear horses outside the window. Not again. They're always outside this window. Just heard something out there. Car door, I think. What are my alternatives instead of Sterling? At his price, there's probably not too many other players because I don't have much in the bank, so it'd have to be less. Someone like Ramsey or Zaha. What happened to the competition pricing? I know. My head's all over the place right now. I'm bad. Go back in time. Pretend I never said it, and I will do it at some point, and then it'll be like a surprise. Alex, happy birthday. You've gone for Grant and Pope. Interesting. I have actually wondered whether I should be going Pope and a different goalie to Elliott. Spend a little bit more money. Get another 4.5. I don't know who. Once Heaton comes back, what will my goalkeeper move be? It depends. Obviously depends when he comes back. I'm not really giving it much thought, if I'm honest. I'll wait and see what Elliott's fixtures are. Who the goalkeeper with the best fixtures is at that point. Downgrade Daniels for David Silva? Nah. I'm happy with Sterling. What's everyone got against Sterling? I mean, these are his last 5 scores in the 5 games he's played. He obviously missed one. 5-7, 15, 3, 13. What's wrong with that? Nothing. That's what's wrong with that. This music's sending you to sleep. Sure it's not my boring voice? Thought process on Scott Dan. They're going to get a clean sheet soon. He's going to get a goal soon. He's not that cheap, to be fair, but good fixtures. Don't have to play him every week. He's going to be a god. Or he's going to be awful. But I'm hoping he's really good. What's the craziest thing I've done on live stream? Nothing really. If not a wildcard, would I have kept Vardy for 2 more weeks then looked to get Morata? Probably something like that, yeah. I don't think I would have got rid of Vardy this week. Plus with the Aguero news, I'd probably be quite happy to have Jesus. He's been taking the best differential right now. I don't know about the best. Don't even know if he's going to play this week. I mean, Hodgson did kind of say he could play. Don't I think Trippier is very viable. Spurs fullback's going to get rotated so much. What's in the brown envelope in the chair? Oh yeah, I can't even see. That's actually the that's the photo that Adam made for me. The like foot icon card. Brighton have poor fixtures coming up. I mean, Stoke at home's fine, Palace at home's fine, so 2 of the next 3 are okay. Then, yeah, I suppose Liverpool at home's not ideal. Huddersfield away is okay, I think. Then it's Burnley at home, Watford at home. I think over the next kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fixtures, they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, they got 5 of the next 8 fixtures. I'd be happy to play Duffy, and plus, someone who's a goal threat on the bench is never the worst thing. That foot icon thing is class. Is he in the channel and does he take requests? I don't know about requests. He was watching earlier. Adam Lamb is who you need to look out for. He's usually in the chat. Don't forget, people, if you haven't already, hit that like button. Would be much appreciated. Who's your captain this week? Hazard, Salah, Kane. Yeah, Hazard, Salah, Kane, or Sané. Kane or Sané, I reckon. How long have we been on? Over an hour. He's on Twitter as well. Hang on. See if I can find him, yeah. Still very odd at handle. That's him there. When's the next collaboration? Maybe I should do one of them soon. Ah, there's Adam. Ah, there's a website you can use. There you go. Yeah, maybe I should do another collaboration. Get someone on. Sure, I can find someone. Liverpool in the last 6 games against Southampton haven't scored. Should we be worried? I suppose there's a little bit into that to look into for that, but generally I would take this game in isolation and just hope that Liverpool aren't also reading those snippets of info and they're just going into that game with full confidence. I think Liverpool are obviously the better team, so hopefully they can do it against Southampton, but Southampton are good defensively. I wouldn't worry too much. I mean, you've got him now. If you're talking about Salah, you play him and hope for the best. This guy can't stop writing in caps. Is this your wildcard? Yeah. Moreno or Daniels? Daniels for me. Just do a collaboration on Hangouts and just take questions. Yeah, that's what I could do. I suppose not everyone needs to see my team. Excuse me, I can't stop yawning now. Do I alter any decisions based on the winter? Do I think Richarlison is a risk in his first British winner? It's interesting because someone made the same point about Morata the other day. I don't know if they'll be able to adapt. I mean, they're young players. At least Richarlison is. Not sure what age Morata is, but I'd say he's... What is he, like 26, 27? He might actually be younger than that. Yeah, 25. I don't know. You don't know how they're going to cope, but... You'd hope they're young enough to be able to do it. I don't think there's been any news on Hazard's injury. I'd be surprised if he's out, though. Best 5 million forward option looks like Nias right now, but I wouldn't like to bet money that he's going to keep starting. Cheers, Jeff. You think Richarlison's about to feel colder than he's ever felt in his life and could get homesick? I don't know. Maybe. It's a hard one to predict, and I don't think I'd make changes based on it. Would I captain Aguero if I had him? Probably not, no. Right, people, I think I am going to leave it there for tonight. Answer plenty of questions. I think a lot of the ones that are being asked now, they're kind of already been asked. So if you've just joined us, make sure to go and watch the kind of rerun of the stream. Good luck, everybody, in Game Week 12. Hopefully you'll do awesome. If you haven't already and you have enjoyed the stream, make sure to hit that like button. Also appreciate it if you subscribe if you haven't already. That'll let you know when I'm next going live. When's the last game this week, actually? Always do this. I always start saying goodbye and then have to look at the fixtures. So, there's a Monday game. Oh, Brighton versus Stoke. Duffy. It's going to be amazing to watch. I could come and stream, just after Chupa Martin scored a hat-trick. But anyway, the stream will be on Monday, I'd say, after the game. Around 10 o'clock, quarter to 10. And then we'll just follow on from there. So yeah, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that like button, it'd be most appreciated. Good luck again in Game Week 12. I hope you do well, but not as well as me, because I want to win this thing. And I will tweet out my final team before the deadline, hopefully. I don't think it's going to change from this. I think this is my wildcard team. Maybe Dan to Moreno, maybe Dan to Fuchs, or maybe I just keep Dan, I don't know. But I think I'm happy enough with this. Anyway, I'm really leaving it there. I'll catch you all. Cheers for all the questions. Cheers for all the insight, input, etc., etc. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Bye.